somewhere that darts used to be weapons of war. Seemed the patrons here were on the losing side. I wouldn't want to have to clean this place.
I feel like we should talk to these things. Can I? Dude, I thought that was an old Xbox for a second. I need to find someone to suck on. A little suck. Oh wait, does that refill my thing? I think that refill. What does that refill? Oh, it does! There we go. Can I do this now? Let's see. Ha!
Good view of where Verona was sitting from here. So, tell me, Pockets. You see anything last night?
Pockets.
Could be any bar in any city, but you stroll right into mine, Detective.
Josh with the super chat.
Super chat. My charitable read of this is Paradox realized the bit off more than they could chew too late, but rather than straight up cancel the project, they do the best they could.
So here's the problem. I see what you're saying with that, but the corporate version of do the best they could is not something good for us. If a corporation or a publisher is doing the best they can with something, that means probably they're trying to recoup as much finances as they can. And that generally means we see really shitty things like, I don't know, predatory pre-order stuff, not renaming a game that shouldn't be named that so it gets more sales. Like, we start seeing things happen that are bad for us, but good for them. So I see what you're saying, but I don't think it's a charitable read to say the corporation wants to get as much money out of their IP as they can instead of canceling it. I don't think that's a charitable read. I think that just means it sucks for us. And then we get unfinished products. But in this case, we actually got a decent product, which is interesting and new. Most of the time, the games come out are just slop in these situations. But we actually got a good game this time. We're just kind of muddying up the water. Like, it'd be a lot easier to be mad if the game wasn't damn decent. You know what I mean? Like, so we're in a pickle. We're in a bit of a pickle. Yeah. I like this. Somebody chat. Will someone please think of the shareholders? Okay. There's a guy that spent some time around you.
There was a guy spent some time around you. Kind of a creep. You remember anything?
Now, how would I remember? Scores on the chalkboard are my only way of keeping a tally. Unless you're talking beer, sweat, and tears, Detective. This rough green holds its share of history, as I'm sure you know.
I love how every voice he talks to,
fact.
I'm pretty sure it's just the voice actor putting on a voice, which is amazing. Are we talking to a beer table? Yeah, we're Malkavian. It's great. This is awesome. Talk to me of beer, sweat, and tears.
Talk to me of beer, sweat, and tears, Pockets.
Oh, must you only focus on my flaws? It's hardly fair.
Oh, they ain't flaws. It's the little wrinkles that make you beautiful, and the memories they hold. For example, last night.
Well, I blush to say it, but my current perfume is that of stale spilled beer. That and something else. Just a touch of dirt and fresh concrete.
The whiff of fresh concrete.
That whiff of fresh concrete. It's faint, but...
Oh, darn it. I reckon I've got something on my leg. Some varmint has smeared me with dirt, Detective. Soil, concrete, and just a touch of
Oil.
of steel and plastic and the heady aroma of porta potty.
You're parched.
Our target came from
Time
a
for a
building
drink.
site. But which one? Oh, now wait. I'll lay odds it was the Westenra construction site. Not too far and inhabited by anarchs, ghouls, and other lowlifes. Thanks, Pockets. Reckon I'll go digging.
I'd say don't get into any fistfights, Detective. But honestly, I don't think you have the balls.
Says the pool table. Wait, the only thing I saw somebody in chat say, being gifted a sub and still complaining is crazy. Someone got gifted a sub and then complained about it. Oh. I don't think he was complaining about me. I think he was complaining about stream rewind being parked behind a sub. And then someone gave him a sub because they were really nice, but he kept complaining about it. Which, to be fair, I mean, like, you know, I feel that's kind of a valid complaint. Like, I don't like the fact that the rewind stuff is locked behind subs either. Yeah. I'm kind of with him there. On that note, though, I saw you repeat it like 3 times. No one cares about it that much. 1 time's fine. Thank you. But no, I agree. I think it's dumb. Very unfortunate. Isn't that temporary? I don't know. I hope it is. But they did just implement it, so hopefully it will make its way to main free stuff later. Game looks good visually. Is it good? I have a thoughts video that's going to be up soon. The TLDR is, it's not a good Bloodlines 2, but there's a lot of really good stuff in here, even though the game has some problems. The problems being some weird UI stuff, some weird control stuff, and combat is a little janky. But it has beautiful environments, great sound effects, awesome writing and dialogue. Like, all the stuff the Chinese Room is good at is in this game. Yeah, there are a few bugs as well, something to keep in mind.
There was that same scent of concrete
there is good stuff
talked about.
I'm having overall a very good time with it. Oh wait, can I talk to him? What am I looking at here?
Oh, I didn't see the need.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, hey. Yoko, Jen here from Chinese Room. Glad to see you on this again. How are you coming along with the Sombra control combat style and anything you found environment-wise that you think needs updating? I mean, I have feedback, if that's what you're asking. if you want to shoot an email to my business, I can give you the feedback. Like, my big feedback is like
headquarters.
Mousing over stuff here should work, and you know, like just basic control stuff, and you know, environment wise, like how pretty everything is and everything. That's been the best part. The best part has been the dialogue writing, how the environments look, the immersiveness of the game. Like that's the best part of this game. I will say this. I don't think I'm using your combat system properly. Because parrying feels terrible, and like I don't like that I move every time I'm attacked because I keep getting put in places I don't mean to be, and then I have to like spin my mouse around frantically. Like I'm still learning how to use this system
properly. Someone was using gas to keep the lights on.
It's not. I will say it's not the most intuitive combat system to use. Like to get that power fantasy, it's not the most intuitive system. But I will say, as I'm starting to use telekinesis and abilities more, it has gotten significantly better. So maybe that's why I think maybe it's me. Maybe this system is just designed to be more abilities and telekinesis based. I'm trying to play it like a first-person God of War. It does not play well as a first-person God of War. That may have been my mistake. Yep. But no, overall, I mean, I'm still, you know, still having a great time. Still learning and feeling it out in a lot of ways. The stealth control in the previous games threw you off too. Well, I mean, the last game was an RPG, so you could really. The thing about Bloodlines 1 is you could pick how you wanted to play and play that way. That's not this game. This game, I am not playing my character. I am playing the Nomad, and he is a La Sombra, which I did pick. But at the same time, it's like, because I picked this, I have to play exactly how these abilities function well. I wanted to play as like a more melee-oriented dude, but maybe I should have been a different class or something. But yeah, I'm definitely not able to play the way I kind of wanted to as this class. But that may not be the game's fault. You know, that's why I say I'm still kind of feeling it out. But yeah, I will say I'm not on board with the parry mechanic. I do think there should have been a block. Like there's lots of weirdness with the combat system that for an aging gamer like myself doesn't feel great. With all my muscle memory and search. Where does this go? Am I going up here? It ends here. I did the thing here. Oh, there we go.
The place reeked, and it reeked of ghoul.
We found this
A
earlier.
ghoul who didn't have access to a shower.
You think I'll run as a different class to see the differences? It kind of depends on when we finish the game how much our decisions mattered. I do kind of want to try doing Bruja. I will say once we get enough points though, I can start getting, oh, I can't do it on this. Once on our main character, we have like a bunch of other stuff we can get. Once we get a bunch of points and make like our own kit, the game may feel a lot better. I think because right now there's some abilities that I'm not like a big fan of.
Maybe that'd get Silky to open up. I didn't think that was worth the effort.
I think I want to talk. Can we talk to this? Is there a guy that I can suck on out here, maybe? Let's see. What class I choose? I picked La Sombra. But looking back, I do wish I had picked a more melee-oriented
Anyone?
thing. Oh, I can't feed. At all.
Yeah, I figured I needed my strength for other things.
Damn. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna go try that. Oh wait, no, we still have to search for leads here. Okay, we're not done. Yeah, unlike my other guy, this guy can't jump or anything. So you can see on your map where you can find a feed. Oh, is that what the green things are? Is that what these are? Okay. Okay. I thought that was the woman in the interrogation room, but it was probably the guy in the drunk tank, wasn't it? Let's go back up here real quick. I want it because I think we have to talk to that
headed
phone.
down to the old Western Recorp headquarters.
Oh, here we go. There. Great. So I think this game needs a class respec system, so you're not locked into a choice. You know, I've thought about that, but there's a lot of stuff in this game that is very dependent on your faction. So I don't know if that would work in this game, to be honest. I definitely see why you'd say that, though.
Can I trouble you just a moment, Carla?
Are you hurting, Detective?
You can buy the flowers later.
You need my help?
Sort of.
Just a sip, Carla.
Come to me. I'll give you what you need.
Damn, thanks, girl. Okay. what a nice lady.
I needed that. You're a blessing, Carla. Thanks, Carla. I have cases to solve, people to save.
I'm always here for those in need, Detective.
Thanks. Can we just do that in front of all these people? Like,
Here.
okay. All right, let's go back up here. I thought his name was Fire. No, we're playing the real main character of the game right now, who is a Malkavian stuck in our head. We're actually, I think we're playing Flashback right now. Also, his name is the Nomad in this channel. Thank you. Okay, here we go.
People like me are not supposed to fool around with gadgetry like you, but let's say we get to know each other a little. Just in the interest of detecting, of course.
Of course.
I am rugged of manufacture, but have had a tough life, Detective. Be gentle with me.
I see you're low on juice. I'll be careful. Any pictures you want to show me?
What are you suggesting, Detective?
Well, I don't know. Snaps taken by a miscreant?
All I have is a blurry image of a thumb. The wrong button was selected, perhaps?
A significant thumb?
It does still seem to be attached to a hand.
Given there's a national average of a bit less than 2, that does not narrow it down. How about emails? Anything in the email box?
You're not very confident on accessing my email box, are you, Detective? It is the picture most like an envelope. Just to the left is a little snake.
Just tell me, please. I'm not made of fingers.
When you finally get there, one message in all capital letters for a special purchase to improve the life of a male. That is all.
Ooh, a natty coat? Maybe a new hat?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Any text messages? That's what they're called, right? Or is it SMSs.
Once you have fumbled your way through the menus, there is one smez that has failed to send. It says pizza.
Pizza?
No, very definitely pizza. It is always possible that my owner is slightly less tech savvy than you.
He does eat, though, so that tells us he's unlikely to be kindred.
Wow.
Anyone left a voicemail?
Since you ask, yes. There is one young lady offering a good time.
I love
sort of
good
good time?
times.
I've always been partial to 3 minutes past 12. If midnight's been and gone, drama is just not gonna happen.
Leaving that aside, detective, there is one other message. I think you should listen to it.
Go ahead.
Open the package. You will see a photograph and a letter. Find the girl in the photograph. Make sure she receives the letter. She must not see you. Do you understand me, David? She must not see you. Now delete this message.
Guess David is a rebel.
Detective, I feel...
Oh, he's about to run out of batteries.
You alright there, fella?
Oh, hold me, detective.
Oh, dead. Oh, well. Nice work, little buddy. Maybe I should bury you somewhere.
Oh my god, dude. I'm so glad we're one of the 9 people playing this game. Because there's so much good stuff in this. Oh my lord. Did he actually turn into Arnold? A little bit, it sounds like it. It was an Arnold death rattle. Oh my god, man. Dude, okay, I'm not sure about this, but I'm pretty sure that every voice that we talk to as this character is the same voice actor doing the voice. So I think the guy we just heard is Fabian's VA, which is even more funny. Makes it even more hilarious because it's Malkavian making up stuff in his own mind about what the thing would say. So like it's oh my god, I love it. It's so good. Honestly, they should have like screw the Nomad. I just want a detective game with Fabian in the vampire universe, where I just go around and solve vampire crimes as a crazy Malkavian. I'd be fine with that. I'd be totally fine with that. 100%. Like just ditch the whole fire line, whatever. Let's just, you know, let's make the next one just about Fabian. We get more blood?
Hey there, Carla.
Detective, your hurt is so deep, yet on you stumble. Maybe I can soothe it.
Yes.
I won't deny that a little draft of your elixir would pep me up.
Shh, Fabian, I'll take the pain away.
Now that has pepped me right up. This city needs your caring, Carla. Stay the course.
Come to me if you're hurt. I'll make it all better.
8K people playing this right now, 27K peak. And it's too bad. I fundamentally feel like those numbers could have been 3, 4, or 5 times higher if they had marketed this game properly. Yep. There would be so much more interest if it was actually named properly. Let's go back to the Dutchman and let's see if we can. What else can we do in the Dutchman? Let's go take a look. Is that considered a flop? You know, it's really hard to say. I mean, there's no possible way that Paradox had high expectations for this with as much as they screwed up the marketing. So like, a flop is heavily based on the perspective of the company selling it. And I don't know what their goals were, knowing the situation when it came out. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough to say that or not. I don't know. I do know that I saw people everywhere talking about refunding it because it wasn't Bloodlines 2. So, I mean, I'm sure they're seeing that too. Yeah, I don't know. Do not have the info to answer that question, friendo. I can tell you this game deserves more players than it has, in my opinion. Can we do anything else with you? Mixing here is not great. All right, so it's not here. We already talked to the guy up top. Can't do anything else. We already talked to the table there. Okay. The music stopped. Oh, I turned it down because it's really, really loud by the stage. What else can we do with you? Anything?
Is that the light of hope in your eyes, detective? You got something for me, right?
It's been a long night, and I've worn down the shoe leather. My feet took me to the haven of a ghoul. And said ghoul had a photograph of my Verona. He was charged with delivering a death threat to her by his master. Here, take a look-see.
A ghoul now. I wonder whose blood he was sipping. But you're right. This is our kind of trouble. The girl here, I have seen. She was in here last night. Said drinks were on her. That she'd come into money. She decided to make a life change and pawned something that was chaining her down.
Pawned?
Left a ticket stub as a tip. Worthless to me, but maybe useful to you.
Well now, that is what we call in the trade a lead. My thanks, Socrates.
A pawn ticket. I figured I should follow that lead to a pawn shop.
Old Bunker says, was this a marketing flop or was it an issue with them selling users a game with pre-orders, pivoting to another developer and locking themselves into the title? Old Bunker, I have to ask, do you not see them selling users a game with pre-orders, pivoting to another developer and locking themselves into the title as a marketing flop? I would pretty much define that as that. I think that is the marketing flop. The fact that they tried to market that product, knowing it was something else, knowing that they bought us. Yeah, no, I think you just hit the nail on the head. I think they spent a bunch of money on something they were just expecting to be able to flop onto the user base without them caring about it. Everyone was just going to be so happy there was Bloodlines 2 that we weren't going to focus on it and just throw money at it. And it turned out they lost that bet pretty hard. So I think it is 100% a marketing flop, which honestly in a lot of ways puts it kind of squarely on Paradox. But again, we don't have all the information. So we can't say that for certain. But until one of them says otherwise, that's how it looks. Until more information comes out, that's exactly how it looks. Not a flop if it's an intentional fail. I don't think it's an intentional fail. I do not think they did any of this on purpose. I think that it's a situation of non-gamers thinking they could pull over shit on gamers that they didn't realize we wouldn't accept. That's what it comes down to. They thought they could get away with it. They thought they could get away with the pre-order tomfoolery. They didn't. They thought they could get away with releasing it, calling it Bloodlines 2 when it clearly isn't. They didn't. So it was just a whole bunch of them assuming that gamers would essentially eat their slop, and gamers were like, no, we're not going to eat your slop, sorry. And because of that, a good dev, TCR, gets kind of dicked for it. So that's like a third downside to the whole thing. Yep. So it's a very frustrating situation. It is. It's a very frustrating situation. As somebody who loves devs and wants to see devs succeed, this is a very frustrating situation. I definitely feel like TCR got a bit dicked here. Maybe I'm wrong though. Again, I don't have all the info. I gotta make sure that's clear.
This little guy reminded me that I'd met a lot of suckers in my time. And I think Sophia and I gave up on crosswords back in the early 40s. Too predictable.
Was Paradox the publisher? Yeah, as far as we know, Paradox was the publisher and the developer was Chinese Room. Yes. So that is the people that made the game is the Chinese Room.
Nico helped me find knickknacks for my office. Knickknacks with history.
Friend Fabian, What brings you to my door? I've had nothing coming to your taste. Just rings of old marriages, necklaces of old mistresses, junk, you know how it is. Discarded memories.
Looking for a memory.
I'm looking for a memory. Came in last night?
Everyone here trades memories for dollars. You know that. What was it? Or who?
It netted her enough to have a night out. Paid her bar tab. Here, I have a ticket. You know this one?
Ah, yes, that one. She was burdened on the way in and floated her way out.
Here.
Ah, that's right. A locket. One moment.
Progress. I don't know what prompted Miss Verona to sell, but this might give me answers.
Miss Verona? That was not the name she gave me. Ravenna, if I have it right.
Now, what is she playing at?
I hope in some way the item brings you joy. Even if it's the joy of detection, huh?
Okay.
Did she say why she put
My
him on
Sharona?
lock?
Yes, your Sharona.
You learn not to ask such things. There is usually sadness or anger down those roads, and to be honest, I did not want to share in hers.
How's business?
The festive season approaches. At this time, I receive old gifts so my clients can buy new ones. Renting a moment of happiness. This year, more deposits than purchases. An air of desperation.
I'm off. Keep any interesting prizes for me.
Your cat's name is
If I
Sharona.
find something I think you like, I'll be in touch.
Do you constantly sing the song My Sharona around her? Do you ever just walk up on your cat and say my Sharona? Is that a part of your life, out of curiosity? Because it would be a part of mine if my cat was named Sharona. You do? Good lady. Good on you.
They said a cat may look at a king, but when it came to princes, I wouldn't advise it.
Heyo.
You could go through 9 lives in surprisingly quick order.
Oh, our girl isn't back here. Working on her art. Anyway.
I mourn the old clackety-clack. Computers are all very well. But since they were invented, there's been a lot more profanity in the world.
The deciduous tree? Oh my god.
I remember when these were all the rage. Then when they were junk. Then when they were all the rage again. Mortals are fickle.
We are.
I never ate fish in Seattle, even when I was alive.
Teddy,
It
yeah,
was
man.
something in the way those cold, dead eyes stared right into you. Soulful.
Okay.
I always wanted to be that guy. You know, the one who wore a wire and brought down the criminal mastermind.
I just realized we've been playing Fabian for like an hour. Hell yeah, dude. Is Cohh seen the Server Slam conclusion post Arc Raiders? I don't think so. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Let me look at this right now real quick. Because I was wondering if they were going to say anything. I didn't know they did. When was this posted? Yesterday. Give me one sec, chat. This is quick. I don't think it's long. I just want to see real fast. Because I am an Arc Raiders addict. To all the brave Raiders who joined for the Server Slam, from the entire team, thank you. Your participation was vital. We designed the Server Slam to stress test our systems and collect real-world feedback, and you delivered. We're working around the clock to implement fixes and tune the game. You helped us identify and resolve stability issues across all platforms. It turns out the Flying Ark's awareness was a bit too high, allowing them to essentially see through trees and bushes. They're not supposed to see through trees and bushes? Oh. The damn tower. We watched many of you bravely, and perhaps a little too easily, access the damn control tower on damn battlegrounds. It was fun to watch, but a bit too accessible for a key loot location. This has been fixed to keep the challenge sharp. That was needed, but it's still sad it's gone. Thanks, Cohh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. We noticed a visual difference between Server Slam and earlier tests on certain hardware. The default settings did change a bit to favor more performance, and we are looking... Oh, good, good, good. Wait, this may be related to the fact that on lower settings, you can back up enough in Arc Raiders to where your foliage setting will make bushes disappear before the players hiding in them do. So what that means is when you are running and you see things rendering in, you will see the player pop in crouched, and then you will see the bush pop in over him, which is a bit of a problem for the person in the bush. So hopefully that's one of the things that they are going to get fixed. Also, when we were playing with Shroud, I don't know it myself, but he said there's some serious problems with smoke. And the fact on lower settings, you see the outline of the person in smoke. So on higher settings, you don't because it renders properly. So hopefully we'll get that fixed up. 30 million rounds played. Wow. In 3 days. 2,669 raiders knocked down while playing the recorder. I don't know if you're one of those people. But if you are one of the 2,669 nice people that had that happen, you're a real gamer. All right, cool. Well, that's great. That all looked fantastic, man. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Arc Raiders. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to go back in. Cohh Flute. That's right, Cohh Flute. I really hope, like, it's going to be interesting. I really hope their servers are going to be okay on launch. Because I have a feeling they're not going to be. I have a feeling that game's going to... I think that game's going to be a pretty big thing. Yeah.
Hey, Wheeler. What's up?
Oh, we already talked to him.
Stay safe, George.
Don't freeze.
Oh, that is a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, they're going to be... I mean, it's going from free to $40. So, maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll be okay. It's not a free-to-play game. You got to remember that. It's not a free-to-play game. So, there's a very good chance the numbers will be lower than the free-to-play server weekend. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe that's totally wrong. Maybe... Dude, another thing to consider, there's probably a huge amount of people that had already been sold and bought the game and didn't play this last weekend because they're just going to play on live in 2 weeks. So, like, I wonder what percentage of purchases those are. I wonder if it's like 10% or like 60%. Like, that would make a huge difference, right? So, yeah. I wish I had more access to metrics where I could actually, like, research stuff like that.
You found something,
About 69%? Nice.
I'm looking into avenues,
Nice.
Miss Verona. Avenues and alleyways. I found this locket of yours at a pawn shop. Sold to the broker under a false name.
Have a great night, Hops.
Oh, that's not mine.
Don't worry, it's not a crime I care about. Not like murder or streetcar fare evasion. But how did you come to sell it? And how does it tie into our killer?
I didn't sell it, I swear. But you think the threat is real?
I have no doubt. This killer is real and could strike at any moment. Granted, it's a mite less likely here in PDHQ, though it is still a possibility. But hey, we won't charge you rent.
If it's real, well, I guess I need to tell you. The locket isn't mine. It belongs to my sister. My ex-sister, Ravenna. Check the photo inside. That's me and her. She, used to be my twinnie. But she's dead to me. You gotta understand that.
She passed away.
Oh no,
Dead
we just
to
don't
me.
get on.
Yeah,
She's gone kind of weird. How's the locket fit in? Does that mean she's in danger?
Everything is connected, miss. It's simply a matter of degree. Try asking Mr. Bacon sometime. If you don't know him, someone will. So, where can I find this twinny, Miss Ravenna?
Heck, I don't know. We haven't talked in half a year. Last I heard, she was working at Atrium. That's why I never go there.
Okay.
I see. Maybe your messenger didn't have a name for his intended recipient. Only a photograph, and a poor one at that.
What is this accent she has? Well, if you listen carefully to her, hold on.
This'll get complicated. A visit to the atrium and its mistress takes my comfort thoroughly out of its zone. I'm told she doesn't like the cut of my jib. Between you and me, I don't even own a jib. But as for your situation, I believe you've simply been the victim of a failure in postal delivery, Miss Verona. As so often happens. The case is solved. Your sister is the one in peril. Hopefully I can make it to the atrium before it's too late.
So, can I leave?
Once I ensure Ravenna is safe, yes. To the atrium with all speed.
So, can I leave?
Okay, so it is Midwestern America Makinashanese. Yes. Obviously.
Yes. To the atrium.
That's not the atrium. This is a long Fabian part. Dude, this long Fabian part has made me realize that I could play an entire game as Fabian without any issues. I literally, like, this feels like a slightly different game. I just went in that door twice. And I could play this game and be happy. Yep. LA Vampire Noir. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Like a vampire detective game. where you use vampire powers to solve vampire mysteries and maybe even real world mysteries too and stuff. Like, that would be freaking cool, man. I think it has to do with the fact that the guy that voiced this guy is named Roman Summers, and apparently this dude can just make characters because this character is absolutely amazing. I know I'm gonna be following more stuff that he's in, especially in gaming. So yeah, dude, I think that's a big part of it, man. They just absolutely nailed the casting with Fabian. It makes such a big deal when a character and a voice actor can be like this much on the same page. Very nice. We're supposed to go to the atrium, but I think the atrium's down here. Let's do all this first. Let's do other stuff first. Have I done a thoughts video? I have. Let me see if... Oh, did we actually ping the editors? When I did it? I don't know if we actually pinged the editors. Oh, you did, Suzu. Thank you. Yeah, if we can ping them again and just let them know if we can get it up ASAP, that'd be great. I don't know if they may be out today. Oh, it's Thursday. They should be here. We'll see. Wow, it's like some... Wait. Can we do it? Can we speed up time and just stand here awkwardly watching them? Oh, we can't! It actually stops the time slowdown. If you stare at them, it's... Wait, is it because I'm stopping moving? Oh, it stops if you stop moving. Okay. That would have been hilarious, dude. Like, stop awkwardly staring there for hours at a time watching them kiss in fast motion.
Here, I don't freeze to death.
Infinity and Biscuits.
At CohhCarnage, do you think there is any chance they just highly misjudged what people wanted from a Bloodlines game? I think one thing people loved was the Mulk playthrough, but most people never saw that, so they put Fabian in to do the same thing. They just misjudged how much people loved the RPG aspects.
I mean, I see where you're coming from, but I mean, essentially you're saying, like, do you think they misjudged it when they made Gran Turismo 7 about cleaning garages instead of racing cars? It's kind of like the thing is they didn't misjudge if this is not. The issue is that this is not a sequel to that game. Like that's the mechanics aren't similar. It's not the same genre. It is missing 80% of the mechanics. It doesn't play the same. It's not the same. It's not the reason you call something a 2 and not a new game is because you are saying it is a second one of these. It is similar enough to be in serial with this thing. It is an improvement on that. So it's really weird to me when companies like do a total genre shift. Sometimes it works. Don't get me wrong. I'll never forget Everspace 1 to Everspace 2. But even then, even though Everspace 1 and Everspace 2, shut up! Even though Everspace 1 and Everspace 2 were different in terms of the metagame, they still played exactly the same in the gameplay loop. So even though Everspace 1 was a roguelite and Everspace 2 was an open world space RPG, you were still flying the same ships around with the same weapons of the same control scheme. So it was that made sense for it to be a 2. You know, that made sense. But this, I mean, Vampire 1 is an RPG, full equipment, loot everywhere. You can equip and use items. Like it is an RPG. This is not an RPG. There are no items to pick up outside of collectibles. There's no equipment. You can't even use guns. You just hover them and fire them until their magazine or clip is done and throw them away. Like this is not a traditional game RPG. And that I think is where the big disconnect is. This is an adventure game. This is a council. This is you can even argue maybe a little Dishonored-y, but not even that because there's no loot or anything. So where you had like a fundamental gamified RPG for one, this is not a gamified RPG. This is a role-playing game, but it is an adventure role-playing game. It is not an RPG, as we would call a game defined as an RPG, with the deep mechanics and the inventory and the looting and all that kind of stuff. So I would say that if it is the case where that was a decision based on a design thing, that is a complete misreading of the audience they're making the product for. Because the reason everyone loved Bloodline 1, because it was one of the biggest RPGs of its time. It had all of those awesome mechanics in the vampire universe. That's why people loved Bloodlines. And this game just doesn't have that, a lot of it. So again, it's not a good Bloodlines 2. It's a very cool adventure game. It's not a good Bloodlines 2. So yeah, it is not a good sequel to Bloodlines. Yep. Yeah, when I say RPG, I'm not saying a game where you play a role. When I say RPG, I'm referring to the video game genre RPG, which is a collection of mechanics and indicators which define a game style. Just the term RPG role-playing game. I'm playing a role in a game. I get it. It's an RPG. You can all laugh about that. I get it. But when I say RPG, I'm talking about the genre in gaming. Just to be clear. I see there was some confusion about that.
I never did like this place. Felt like a tomb. And not in a nostalgic memories and flowers way. More in a morgue slab kind of way.
Silvio says, all games are RPGs in that point. The term RPG has become a very bucket term. God of War is an RPG. Dishonored is an RPG. Like any game you play a role that is not you could call an RPG. So a lot of people choose to use that term as that, which unfortunately dilutes the actual meaning when we're talking about it in the perspective of game dev. So, you know, it's yeah. You literally are playing a role-playing game when you play Super Mario Brothers, if you want to get technical about it, because you are inhabiting the role of Mario and you are playing a game. So it's like, I mean, like, it just depends. I don't classify them that at all. I think for me,
what do you want?
Oh, hey, Ryong. For me, RPGs are deep systems, complex systems, generally fully be able to roll your character in terms of skills, equipment, decisions. Like, role-playing game to me is the player actually living a role, not just being another person, but living a role with all the selections and options that come with it. That's my RPG. But again, that's just my definition. Everyone has a different definition. So, yep.
Ah.